A central aspect of democratic practices in whatever type of democracy we're thinking about is the role of criticism. How does criticism work, and how does it work in a Chinese situation? Now, a common international perception of China is that nearly all criticism is simply squashed down, it's censored and you can't engage with it. This is actually not the case. It works in a number of ways in a Chinese situation. First of all, there's a long socialist tradition of what's called criticism and self-criticism, but there is a fundamental distinction between constructive criticism and destructive criticism. Or to put it another way, there are certain boundary lines. So it's very common to identify a particular problem, a shortcoming, and propose a constructive solution to that problem. But what is not accepted is a solution which would lead to a destruction of the current situation in China. So the boundary lines are there. There is forms of criticism, constructive criticism, that are very much encouraged and fostered. Now, my experience in China as a foreigner who spends more and more time in China is that the range of criticism and debate is incredibly wide. But there's a really interesting experience that you get in China. Chinese people are very, very sensitive and can pick up very, very quickly that if a foreigner disdains or looks down on China and Chinese culture and Chinese people, they know this very, very quickly, and the mode of engagement will change. But if people can discern that you are what they call a friend of China, then everything is different. The range of debate is much wider, the possibilities for constructive criticism are much greater, and it's actually fostered and encouraged. So for anyone who's thinking of spending some time in China, it's very important to be aware of whether you're going there with some sort of attitude of looking down on China or disdaining or dismissing it, or whether you want to go to China to understand and at least to try and come through as somebody who's open and is a friend.